know, like for like Sea of Thieves, like when that blew up again, that's because that one streamer played it. I forget his name, but like it wasn't forced or anything. But then like companies trying to make their games like dedicated to streamers usually don't succeed in the end of the day.
No, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. So shout out to Final Fantasy 14 bullshit.
No, like what I find dope about the Square like employees compared to the Blizzard employees is that they actually care about stream sniping and shit like that. Like they're giving like people like bans and stuff like that that are like stream sniping has been called. And like Blizzard would never do that shit at all because they don't give a fuck.
Blizzard's pretty much dead. It's just Activision nowadays, honestly. Like they fucked them up so hard.
Yeah, WoW's a shell of its former self, and I don't think it'll
Blizzard in general
get up to the hype that it once was for WoW. Like
Activision just want COD.
Like I think like now Square just has like I don't know, like this big foothold now in the MMO market. Especially with WoW players going over to like fucking, Final Fantasy 14. But
fucking I did a tutorial for this game again.
Now the podcast is live and we don't have a lot to talk about, but we still have some things to talk about. Such as, Switch OLED, State of Play, and some Destiny, Final Fantasy news, Judgment, and
that Judgment thing. I forgot about that. It just came out yesterday. I don't know how I could forget about it already. But...
That shit's silly. God damn it. But yeah.
And
definitely gotta talk about that.
I guess we'll start off with talking about the games that we've been playing. For me, I've been playing FF7 Remake. I beat that on top of the Yuffie DLC. Definitely stay for the credits because there's a lot of like post-credit scenes and stuff like that.
Some useful, some not so useful.
And a lot of theories, especially. I won't go into it, but like if you had a theory of alternate like timelines converging, like I think that's going to be a possibility.
Oh, definitely.
100%. Won't go more into that, but overall, I really liked the Yuffie DLC. Thought it was dope. And yeah, it was really fun having Yuffie's abilities and the type of character she is and her personality. I think they did a really good job of it. I think it took me 6 to 8 hours to beat the game, doing all the side quests as well.
Oh, that's a 68. I was like,
no, 6 to 8.
Whoa. I was like, what?
68 hours.
How many times did you die, bro? Jeez.
That'd be a little bit insane. So now I'm doing my hard playthrough. Been like taking a little break on it because I've been playing Judgment. Because that game, Lost Judgment, is coming out in September, so I got a ways to go. Judgment, so far, I can say this about Judgment, because I don't know why I never, like, finished the game, because I think I was only on, like, the second chapter of the game when I was first playing it back when it came out. I think I just, like, I don't know why, but I really enjoy the game. It's like if you're a big fan of like Yakuza 1 through 6 in terms of combat wise, yeah, Judgment's the game for you. If you don't like them doing the turn-based combat going forward, which we'll talk more about that too, because there was an update on where that franchise is headed in terms of combat. But it's very much dope. It's very much the same type of like humor it has for its like they're not called sub stories, they're called side cases, but they're basically sub stories for Judgment. And what else can I say? I would also say they have a different mechanic, like friend events. I personally don't care for the friend events in that game. For this game, it's more like to gain your reputation, just to like get more cases or side cases. and I thought it was all right. Like, but I think the side cases, of course, are great. Main story is very serious, and yeah, you're very much like a detective, and it's very much in its own way. Like you could still feel like it's a Yakuza game, but in a detective sense. And having dialogue options, it's very much I very much like what they're doing with Judgment, and we could talk more about Lost Judgment after we do all the other topics for State of Play. But I've been very much enjoying it. Of course, I'm playing on the PS5 version, so I believe it's 60 FPS, but very much it feels smooth. So yeah, and I don't think they give you any option. I think it's just 60 FPS, and you don't get no native 4K option or fidelity. It's just default. But yeah,
I got
that's
something
what
to
I've been
say
playing.
about that situation, man. What's the one that comes up?
Yeah.
Hi.
What about you, Blessed?
Let's see. I beat a couple of games since we last were on. I beat a game called Legos Building Adventure. Or hold on, let me look at the exact name. I think it's Builders Adventure. Yeah, Lego Builders Adventure. It's basically like an RTX showcase in a Lego game. It's a puzzle game. It looks fucking like real life, I'll say. With the ray tracing, even without ray tracing, it looks amazing. Very, very nice short game. Pretty good. It's pretty good. Some things were not intuitive, but it may be down to my lack of knowledge or just me sucking at puzzle games. I also beat Scarlet Nexus. That game is good, but it has a lot. There's a lot of small problems, a lot of large problems. I think that people don't really talk about that I've seen with reviews and stuff. Otherwise, it's a good game. Not amazing, but it's a good game. Also beat what? I don't think. I think I already talked about Near Replicant.
Yeah, we
Disappointment.
did.
I don't know if I talked about Cyberhook.
No, you
Cyberhook
have
is a
not.
really good game. Okay, so Cyberhook, a PC exclusive. That game is great. It's basically how do I describe it? It's not Mirror's Edge necessarily. It's basically you have a grappling hook. You use it to traverse basically a Neo centric game. It's really fun, really fast paced, very fun. I think it's a great game. And also, last game I just beat just an hour ago or so, Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. I beat it on PCSX2. That game is amazing. I don't know. Should I talk about it here? Well, I guess I should. I think that game is definitely amazing. I like what they did. I like the idea of how they handled different sections of planetary traversal. How there were some missions where you'd be like on a meteor or an asteroid itself, and you'd have an objective there. A lot of planets, a lot of diversity in gameplay, a lot of great music, and a good amount of funny I guess corporation jokes that are within the game. Compared to the 2016, I think 2016 is still a good game. It just not as good as Going Commando. Going Commando has a lot of I guess memorable stuff that goes on within it, gameplay wise and music wise. So very good game. Started up your arsenal. So far, so good. It's good so far. I like how you can make a lot of money really quick too. Outside of that, basically been playing Battlefield. I need my Battlefield fix to 2042 drops. I bought Battlefield 1 and 4 or 1 and 5, so I've been playing those as well. And that's basically it, honestly. Oh yeah, and Proteus, another PC exclusive. Game's in beta. The game's amazing. Basically, pixel art Doom. It looks beautiful. It plays great. Short. It's still in beta, but I think you guys should check it out. That's it.
Yeah.
What about you, Alicia?
What did you think? Who was your favorite like side character, like one-off NPC? Who was your favorite in Going Commando?
Probably Wiz Fidget. Well, I guess that's not a side character though.
Like let's say like the mathematician or the monk or like the one enemy on the warehouse planet. Like each planet had their own like little one-off character kind of thing. Like who stood out to you?
There was like a scientist that I liked. I don't remember I don't remember the names of the planets. There was like 20, but there was like a scientist that I liked about it. Or no, and the engineer that showed up on a different planet. He was like, "Wait, why are you in this?" He was like, "Oh, don't tell nobody. I'm contracted for multiple games or something like that." That shit was. I thought that was funny. That was cool.
Yeah, you said the engineer.
It's like a mechanic. He's like a mechanic.
Oh, that's the plumber. I think you talked about the plumber, right? I think that was the plumber. Yeah. He's funny. He's in every game but Rift Apart. Oddly enough, I don't know. What did you think of like the Giant Clank? Did you do both the Giant Clank sections because there's 2 in the game?
I did the one, and then I tried the second one. I didn't beat it because I think that it was kind of broken. I don't know what the fuck they wanted me to do.
Yeah, it was really. It's really weird. It's a really weird fight.
It's like, do they want me to just spam melee? Because that's the only way I can actually like kill these things. Because missiles doesn't do shit, and they just keep zapping you. So it's like, what the fuck? What's the point of this?
And then there's a phase at the end where like he pretty much just like the whole field is electrified, so you have to like just keep jumping up and down, up and down, up and down. It takes forever to beat. I don't know why they did it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know why they did that. I think it was a little bit long. A little bit long. They could have shortened it like an hour or so. Hour and a half maybe. I didn't like the polar bear part. That part was annoying.
Oh, that planet.
Those enemies did mad damage, and my guns did nothing. So
you just got a bouncer.
That shit just annoyed me.
It's just bouncer the entire time. Oh yeah, and that boss, the robot boss, is like the worst boss in the franchise. The
robot
big mech boss on the Thug planet, like where the Thug takes. Oh yeah, what did you think of the Thugs for Less leader? I thought he was pretty funny. I like him a
Oh
lot.
yeah, that guy was funny too.
He does this like evil laugh, and he's like, "What's so funny?" And it's like, "I don't know."
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like that. Like they have such good writing, and then like, I think Rift Apart had better writing than 2016, but it was still like not to that level, you know. But like that's a type of Ratchet game where like at that time it was like each planet is different. Like there's even a Monsterpedia of like they have like detailed lore on every single enemy in each planet.
Oh yeah,
like,
I didn't
origins and everything like that.
I didn't read that, but I always like when games do that.
Yeah, it's like it adds like personality to each planet because each planet's supposed to be different, right?
Yeah.
So like that was kind of last time they did that because I think they did that they stopped doing that to save resources or whatever. It's shitty.
Back in those days, they used to pump out games every goddamn year. I saw when I looked up when Up Your Arsenal came out, it was the next year. I was like, damn.
You'll see why. You'll see the difference when you play. I'm interested to hear what you think of that one because it's very different from Going Commando, even though it came out. And it's funny because I think Going Commando came out a year after also, but they started that game before the first game came out. They started development. Yeah.
That's random.
But yeah, I think that game's a classic. I love that game so much.
Well, what have you been playing, sir?
So I think last time I'm still playing Valorant every night, and that's like that's probably my main multiplayer game like for the foreseeable future. I already bought skins in the Battle Pass, so I'm like pretty much entrenched in that game now. Oh, I beat Scarlet Nexus. I beat Yuito's Pathway. I'll probably do Kazane's like way down the line because that game is like there's a lot of stuff in that game. That game is longer than I thought it would be, especially that final part. Especially that final part, like you thought it was, you thought it because I swear when at the very end I was like, bro, they better not do another boss fight, and then they did it. I was like, phew, okay, they did it.
Four part, by the way.
Oh yeah, and that elephant boss was probably the worst boss I've ever faced. Like one of the worst bosses ever. Cause like I think mine got stuck because it just did the first set of moves with the shield and not the other two sets. So it took me forever because it never smoked. So I couldn't like kill it stagger. So that took forever.
That mini boss before boss was really whack.
Which one?
the fucking elephant.
Yeah,
that was the one, right? The circus one.
Yeah, that was. But like the combat is like it's really good. Like
it's satisfying for sure.
Yeah, and there's always like something more to unlock. You never feel like, oh, this is it. I think like when I was able to do 5 moves in a row, I was like, okay, like I feel really, really free now. And then like the brain field, and then the other one like is epic as fuck. Like it's really epic. And the mods that you gave me, Bless, like because I almost got heart stuck because there was a Bond episode that when I finished it, the game would crash and I couldn't go back and backtrack because that was my only save. So I was like, that was at the very end of the game too, so I was almost heart stuck. So then I tried like uninstalling the mods, and then when I saw what the game looked like without the mods, I'm like, ew, it looks a lot worse without the mods. Like I didn't even realize how much different it looks because like the popping especially without the mods, like it's hard.
Yeah, it's severe popping.
Yeah, and then so I like most of the characters. Some of them are okay. I think I want to play. I don't want to judge the story fully until I finish the other campaign because I feel like a lot of stuff that I was confused about would be answered if I did the other campaign.
One thing that I heard from ACG that has beaten both sides is like he was still confused.
Okay.
Because I don't know what he was confused about. It's most of it is pretty straightforward to me. Well, if you lay it down, like it's a lot. It's very confusing when if like you think about it all at once, but like you have to just look at it piece by piece because the story is literally like it feels like it's 3 different stories in one. So you just have to break it up in piece by piece. But honestly, I'm not playing that second story. I'm not doing it.
I'll play it later. Not
the first playthrough was enough. There is no like true ending of the game.
Yeah.
At the end, so I have no desire to beat it again, and that game was long.
But yeah, that's why like I'll play that like way down the line, like as a part of my backlog or something. What else? I mean, in terms of like the interacting with characters that are supposed to be against you, I kind of felt like that was fine because it's kind of like how in World War One, like the Germans and the British like soldiers played soccer together on Christmas. Like, it's kind of like they're not against each other like themselves. They're only against each other because of a higher like, they're like on different sides of the fence, but they're not against each other personally, kind of thing. So that's why like I kind of let that slide. And then because cousin it was like, don't ever like I'm blocking you now, and then that was funny. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, what the fuck? Those parts, that's fucking silly.
Yeah, and I can't believe that plot twist took me that long to figure out. Like they talked about it the whole time, and it finally clicked with me like when it happened. I'm like, how did I not figure this out sooner? I was like, how did I figure it out sooner? But that game was, I would say it pleasantly surprised me. It definitely did because I felt like that game, they did not market that game at all. The demo was a good thing for that game, but they did a bad job like selling the game. I think they didn't do it enough. And then
I kind of agree on that.
Yeah, and then so going Commando, like what needs to be said, it's probably one of my probably top 3 for me all time. I play that game. I can play that game like, and like I was just feeling around with PC SX2, and then I was like, oh, this game's run well. Let me just keep playing it, and then eventually I just beat it. So like, it's a very like, and it's so like it's that's the PS2 era. Like, I just like how they don't interrupt like game. They don't slow you down when you play like their games. Like, there's no stupid walking sections or like you go into an area and you're forced to walk type of stuff that's in games today. I don't know why that's in games
That's you gotta blame Sony for the Sony template, bro. You have to feel emotion when they talk, bro.
To be fair, that's also in several games, not even Sony. That's in Gears and shit like that. Like every game does that.
Yeah,
shit
I don't
now.
know why. I don't know why they do like, because there's some times where it's like, okay, walking sections are just back then. Like you had that, but there was like no like voice acting in between. So now they just put voice acting in between. But sometimes, like Last of Us 2, like they'll put these stupid flashbacks and they'll just like cripple pacing forever. That doesn't make me want to go back ever to do it.
Yep.
So yeah, so I'm glad that Going Commando is and they should never touch. I mean, I don't mind if they remake it, but I don't think it's necessary. That game is aged very well, in my opinion.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And then what else? Did I be anything else at that time? Oh, I got Steam sale. I got Dead Cells, Hades, Sekiro, Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, and that's it. So I played. One thing I heard about Dead Cells from everyone was like, "Oh, it's so hard, yada yada." And then I realized that the people that say it's hard never beat the first playthrough. So I'm like, that's kind of interesting. Like the 0 BC playthrough, people never beat that. They just, I guess they couldn't. I guess it was that hard for them. So I beat the first playthrough, and I was like, I don't know what to do now. It took me like a few hours to figure out, oh, you have to use the boss cells to progress. So then I did the first boss cell playthrough, so I beat that. Then I tried to do. I'm stuck on 2 BC right now. I'm stuck on that. I'm always stuck on the same part. It's just after the second boss where I end up dying. So then I decided instead to find all the collectibles and the abilities you get. So that made me figure out that there's a lot more content to this game than I initially thought, because there's like a lot of different pathways, and each new pathway has its own like distinct quest to get a new ability, which unlocks more, and then there's more boss fights. So I'm trying to, for now, I think I'm just gonna get all the runes if I can't beat the game on 2 BC, and I'll just move on to the DLC. And then also, I'm gonna start putting hours into Final Fantasy 14 again, just because Endwalker is kind of close, and I want to make sure I have that beat by then. So my rotation now is like Dead Cells, FF14, and Valorant. So that's my rotation for now. And also, World Ends With You drops in 2 weeks actually. That's probably the last game I'm buying for the year, like day one. Ghost of Ikishima, and honestly, I won't buy that day one. I'll just wait on that, because World End With You is like at least 50 hours. So
yeah,
that's my plan right there.
Nice. Do a quick. Also, I also played Days Gone on PC. Maxed it out. Got it like 4K over 60. Pretty good port. Still don't care for the combat like that. It doesn't change. Still makes the game, I guess, a little bit bearable. But yeah. So going to Final Fantasy 14, they had like really high concurrent number of players on Steam and all that. That's due to Asmund Gold. Shout out to Asmund Gold. He's been streaming the game. He hasn't streamed anything at all besides like WoW. So when he transferred over to Final Fantasy 14, they got very much a big influx of players. So it's gonna be great marketing, I guess, for Final Fantasy 14. So shout out to that.
Everybody's gonna get that shit now.
Yep. Also, cool tidbit of news that came out: Red Dead 2 has NVIDIA DLSS 4K. Trailer that came out today kind of showed that it accelerates the performance up to 45% at 4K. I don't know what graphics card they were using, but they show like a comparison where it's like DLSS off 74 frames and DLSS on 106 frames per second.
Yeah.
So
I saw somebody said it looks great. It is probably the best implementation of it. So maybe it's 2.2, the newer one. And 2.2 DLSS 2.2 like has almost no downsides. It like fixes a significant amount of things that's wrong with DLS 2.1. Like fucking when things are in the foreground and something is moving in the background, like the transparencies or whatnot, it cleans up the image of those transparencies. It gets rid of it gets rid of significantly the ghosting on objects. Like, oh man, it just looks, and it looks sharper. It just looks good. And they introduced ultra quality, which is like, I don't know exactly. It's just higher than quality. Everyone needs to update their goddamn DLSS. Everyone that has DLSS, they need to update it. I want to use ultra quality.
So
what does ultra quality do?
It's just a higher res than the quality.
Okay.
I saw for the 2080 Ti, which they did a performance for the was it 4K performance mode for NVIDIA DLSS, and you get 61.6 frames for 2080 Ti. 3080 you'll get 74.9 frames, and 3080 Ti you'll get 85.3, and that's like the average. So yeah,
That's good. DLSS putting in NVIDIA putting in work.
I saw with the trailer, it was like, yo, where's that fucking next gen version of Red Dead 2? I need a PS5 patch, a Series X patch. I was like, damn. People out here
waiting on insiders.
It's funny. It's like, yo, are we gonna get this thing on consoles? It's like, no, you're not gonna get DLSS on consoles. You'll get something like AMD. But even then, when you're having like partnerships like Rockstar is having with NVIDIA, I don't think they're gonna bring an AMD, that to it, because they're working for, you know what I mean? It's like deals in place and all that. But they'll definitely get an update. I don't know if I'll be free. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I don't even think it'll be free. GTA 5, for instance, you're having PS3 version, then you had to pay the PS4 version, and then Series X, you're gonna have to pay for that. And I think, I could be wrong, PS5 you get it with PS Plus or some shit like that. But yet again, you know, you gotta pay for that shit. And Red Dead 2, I guarantee you they're gonna have a PS5 Series X, and you have to pay for it again. So yeah,
remastered.
Exactly. I guess
how it is.
We'll talk about some kind of big news for Atlas. Kind of. I'm not gonna say like we'll find more news about it. Because they're gonna have a live stream, I believe, in September. I'm trying to figure out the exact date. Damn, I can't find it. But yeah, it's gonna be for their anniversary, so there's gonna be a live stream. And if you go through their websites and stuff like that, like you could see like these characters, right? They have the P1 character, P2, P3, P4, P5, and then the person, like there's a secret on the person next to, you know, the P5 character. So
P6.
Yeah. Yep, and then they showed all the Persona games, Persona 2, Persona, I think it's Innocence, and Persona 3. This is weird because I don't even think is that the Fez one or not? I can't tell. And then the Persona 3 Portable. Persona 4, Persona 4 Golden. See, because that's the thing. It's like there should be 3 versions of P3. So it doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal, and then there's 2 titles, Secret 1 and Secret 2. So
One of them, Persona 5 Arena.
I don't know. Some people saying no because something with Arc systems. I don't fucking know.
They're busy working on other shit
That's what people are
or
saying. I
something.
don't know. So who knows? I don't know what Secret 1 or Secret 2. Definitely, like, it could be. I want P5 Arena, but I don't know if it'll happen. But I very much think it'll be Persona 6. And then they have on the special. Oh, here we go. On the special Persona 5 25th anniversary website, the page source indicates that the alt tag for the image of the 7th and final project, okay, labeled 2022 autumn, is specifically written 2022 September. So, could potentially be Persona 6, but who knows?
The announcement for the announcement, though.
Yeah, but I think it'll be Persona 6. Like, because they're like Rockstar. They take forever to actually like come out. So it's not like if they announce it'll be out anytime soon.
But my thing is, I can agree and disagree at the same time, right? Because we got to look at the circumstances of Persona 4 Golden to Persona 5, right? If we look at Persona 4 Golden at that time frame, or was it before that they made Catherine, right? And then after that, they had to make a new engine. And
Yeah,
all
but
that
they had
for
trouble with that
Persona
engine
5.
too. Yeah, they had trouble with that engine too.
So that's why you saw this huge duration of Persona 4 Golden to even Persona 5, but scratch that, go to Persona 4 to Persona 5. That's Persona
like
4 came out what, 2008 or 2009?
Yeah, it's almost like 10 years.
Yeah. But they made like, an enhancement for Persona 4 and then
yeah, they milk it. Yeah, they'll milk it.
So, but if you looked at Persona 3 and 4, dude, that was like only a 2-year duration, I think.
That was back in the PS2 days, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, games were a lot easier to make back then.
Yeah, and they also like I don't think they would have the chance to milk it as much back then as they do now.
I don't think they're going to milk Persona 5 like they did with Persona 4.
They already did though. What's because they did? They had the anime, they have the dancing game, they have the.
They don't have the arena games. That's the thing. They didn't have the arena because they had like 2 arena games, and then they have how many Persona Q games? There was one for.
There's 2. Well, there's 2 now, but they had one at that time. But they also made Q2 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only thing really missing from the rollout is the arena game. If you really think about it. And even like Persona, I think they have even more than Persona 4 because even though there were 2 arena games. Like it didn't have a sequel spinoff if you count Dancing. But that story in Dancing was barely counted as a story in my eyes versus what Strikers was.
Because a lot of people think, oh shoot, Atlas is doing all this. The only thing Atlas is really doing though is they're writing the story. That's really it. When it comes to like the arena games, they're not making the arena game.
Yeah.
Like come into the dancing games, they're not making the dancing games. The animes, the what else are they not doing? They're not like they didn't even freaking make the game for Persona 5 Strikers. They just wrote the story. That was Koei Tecmo. That's the thing. That's where some people get confused, like talking about in terms of like, oh shoot, how is Atlas making all these games? They're not making all these games. And it's like, oh, how is Atlas making SMT5 and Persona 6? It's like they got different studios within Atlas.
But also don't forget, like SMT5 took 4 or 5 years to come out.
Mm-hmm.
So like, Atlas is like a rock star. Like they like to do announcements of announcements and just. Like,
I will say shout out to Atlas for SMT5 because those animations for SMT5 for the demons were pretty dope. And
I hope they keep the Persona. I hope they keep the Persona 5 engine though. I feel like Persona is like really like it. People identify with that art style. I feel like if they step away from it, they'll take a lot of interest away.
I will say they definitely need to borrow those animations though.
Yeah, they'll
For
definitely like upgrade the
SMT5.
engine and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Just because like SMT5's like animations should have been what like Pokemon should have done. Keep it real. But
Like, because I know a lot of people, including myself, that they got into P5 originally because of the art style and the engine. Like,
I feel like
that's
P5
what-
have a similar art style to Catherine.
yeah, I think it's a similar engine,
Mhm.
and that's also why like the dancing games are on that engine, and then also Strikers. So I feel like for Persona, like they found the engine that they want to use for a long time.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and I hope they don't move away from that because yes, SMT5's animations do look good, but I don't like the art style of that game. It looks more of like traditional Atlas, like how they're designed.
It's gonna be interesting. I'll definitely try and tune into the live stream in September that they'll do.
Oh, definitely.
And they'll announce a couple games there. And yeah, do I think they'll announce ports? Who knows?
I think they will.
It'll be interesting. It'll just be
Or
interesting
just
to see this.
P5, I guess.
We need PC.
It'll be interesting for Switch people to just come in there
my
and be
God.
like, "Yo, imagine it's like to like PC,
Switch
and then they
people.
don't announce nothing for the Switch."
Bruh.
I will laugh my
I feel
ass
like they're
off.
gonna announce something for the Switch, but I hope it's not P5 because fuck that.
PQ3.
PQ3, there you go, bro.
Yes,
There's your
sir.
Y'all
Persona
get
game,
that? It's all good. It's all good in the hood, bro. Y'all get another PQ, man.
Dude, I still have that game, and it's like I haven't opened it at all. I'm not gonna open that. I don't think because I think it's gonna be worth a good amount of money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And
but I
plus,
hope.
hey man, they got SMT5 as well, bro. SMT
Exactly. No, that game's gonna flop though. That game, I don't care. Yo, because Pokemon comes like the next week.
Listen, bro. If I had to choose SMT5 over Diamond and Pearl remake, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm playing SMT5 over that remake.
Nah, bruh.
That Pokemon remake is going to wait after I beat SMT5.
That remake's gonna be fire. I'm actually very excited for it.
SMT5 is gonna suffer. It's too close to Pokemon.
Oh
but,
man, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to sell well. No.
But yeah, glad Persona's having a nice anniversary. I need that Persona 6 though. Oh, I hope that that announcement in 2022 is going to be Persona 6.
Is your theory that they'll do next gen, or you think it's going to be a Persona 5 situation where it's just like
Persona 5?
Okay, so you think it'll just be PS4, PS5, and not PS5?
Cross gen up for sure. I feel like it.
Yeah. I think it will be cross gen.
And then they'll do the whole inevitable Persona 6, and then it'll just be PS5, like they did with Royal, right?
Yeah,
I think
exactly,
right.
bro. Right. But the thing is, will they actually have a higher FPS on the next gen only model? I hope Persona 6 better be 60 FPS.
Because Royal had PS4 Pro enhancements.
Yeah, it wasn't a higher frame rate though.
Yeah, but the PS4 Pro doesn't put out higher frame rates.
No,
that is true. That is true.
It does for some games. It does for some
God
games.
of War. They were God of War, but not
40.
Stable.
Wow, 40.
Okay,
FPS.
I know it wasn't bad.
My goodness.
There's other games that are like locked 30 and then
was it
they
Neo?
run at 60
was it Neo
on PS4
one?
Pro. Yeah, Neo is one of them.
There you go.
Yeah,
there's a couple there's a couple that come to mind, or there's a couple that I know I played, but I can't.
It's not the majority though. It's not the
majority. It's not the majority, no.
Yeah, the PS4 Pro is a really shitty CPU.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
So I guess we can go into Judgment, right?
Lost Judgment.
So
I might have an unpopular opinion on that, but I'll let you.
So like I said, I've been playing Judgment. Really good game to me. I should have played it earlier, but enhancements for PS5. It looking like we'll talk about Lost Judgment later in terms of the state of play, but it's looking like there wasn't a Stadia exclusive. It wasn't time exclusive. Based on some reports, we don't know if it's true or not, that Lost Judgment may be the last game in the series, and because of the talent agency of the main actor. And Japan's very old school, and this talent agency is even older school in that way, because in Japan, well, a lot of the this game, they've been using the actual likeness of the actors, I believe.
Yeah.
So Judgment, I think, might have been the first time. I can't say what the studio's name is called. I always butcher it, but this is the time where they actually use the actual actor's face, and this wasn't the first time that something something iffy happened, because if you remember the original Judgment game, they changed a character face model because of something that they did. I won't go into specifics.
They had drug history.
Yeah, and that's very how can I
Yeah,
say
he
this?
got arrested or something.
Yeah, and the culture
That was the guy that got arrested.
in Japan, they're very strict about that. So if you do something like that, we are changing, recasting, patching you out, basically.
Yeah, deleted out of the game.
I mean, no, the character wasn't deleted. It's it's still the same character. He just changed the face and his voice, I believe.
They also did that in Kingdom Hearts also, because I think it was all the voice actors in Kingdom Hearts 3, and they changed his voice actor.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're super strict about stuff like that. But supposedly the talent agency doesn't want the game to go to PC, and because they don't want the mods and stuff like that to affect their actor's image. And it's not even really up to the actor, it's up to his talent agency. Yeah. And they don't want a model of him in his, I guess, underwear or something like that, or in these
PC gamers are weirdos.
situations, right?
Who gives a fuck, man? Oh my god, it's so dumb.
I mean, listen, man. Yeah, but it's like I said, the talent agency is very old school, and by these supposed rumors and reports that as a result they're not going to continue, which is a shame for me because I like the brawler combat, and this is the only series to now keep the brawler combat.
So basically, old Yakuza is dead for good, because these fuckers are, God, it's so dumb. Why would they do that? Why does the talent agency have to be so old school and Japanese? It just means that they're not gonna budge. So now Sega was pushing a little bit too hard. They were poking the bear, and now we're not gonna get a third Judgment.
I feel like they should have cut their losses and just not put it on PC. If it means that you're not gonna get more Judgment games, then one platform doesn't have to play it, in my opinion. Because I'd rather have a game than have no game at the end of the day.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't disagree with that at all. It's just that's the thing.
You can hate it. Yeah, we can hate it, but it's just the game shouldn't be done. Because of there will never be a conclusion to the story. It'll just be on a cliffhanger forever.
Yeah, shit like that. That's terrible.
Yeah, because they weren't expecting this. So if they were expecting it, then maybe they could have figured out a way to write the end of the story. But I'd rather just Sega just say, okay, let's just not put it on PC, because the first one's not on PC, so they've already done it.
Yeah.
So they've already done this type of thing before, so why not just continue it?
Yeah.
So. I was waiting for the fucking PC version, and to my surprise, I'm like, oh, why is Sega taking so long? It's not even fucking Sega's fault. Mm-hmm. They wanted this shit, and it's this dumbass talent agency. Oh, I don't want you to fucking mod him to be fucking naked or have tits. Who cares? They did the same thing with Cyberpunk. Well, they were taking down Cyberpunk mods that modded Keanu Reeves because it's just a talent agency.
Oh yeah.
So it's these talent agencies. Well, they didn't stop fucking the game from coming to PC. But these fellas over here in Japan, they're like, no sir. Fucking tragic. They're really about to kill a whole series because of this shit. This is why they should stop getting real actors for story integral parts of games story-wise. Like porn stars, the porn stars are already naked. What are you gonna do? You're gonna mod them to have even bigger tits? Like what the fuck? You're gonna mod them to be in a Barney suit? Like they're already naked. They're already indisposed. So it's like there's not much you can do to like mess with that. So like for porn stars in Yakuza, that was never a problem. But these real fucking actors that are like, oh, I'm playing a real role. Then you get fucking problems like this. So,
So yeah, Bless. It seems like you're gonna have to like play that shit on PS5.
It's still 60 FPS, so
I believe it is.
it is on PS5. Yeah.
yeah. I guess so. But now I don't even want to fucking buy the game because the Italian just want to be bitches. That shit annoys me.
Aw, man, PC pirates, let's go.
How do you pirate that? Get buy it used?
You say yeah, buy used, bro.
Buy used, fuck you. I can't, bro. I got the digital.
Oh shit, yeah.
Used fucking copy or used digital codes or some shit. I mean, if the code showed up on CD keys, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
It's you have to buy you have to buy the PS5 version though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a free upgrade, which is.
Yeah.
And nobody talked about that. I don't know why no one talked about.
No
that.
one cared about.
That's interesting.
No
No
one
one,
cared
no one,
about
no
that.
one, no one, no one's talking about anti-consumer or anything. Interesting.
Well,
Tragic. Well, it is anti-consumer.
It is, but
I'll tell you.
it is.
Absolutely.
I think.
Yeah.
No.
I guess
I think there was fuss about it when it originally happened, but
not to the extent that some things are happening. I'd say that it was like a one thing that people said, and that was about it. But
yeah, because it wasn't a Sony exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, yeah, it wasn't as big.
At the time it was, but then
it wasn't as big name wise.
Yeah.
No one really. I mean, yeah, it's not as popular of a series or known, marketed. I don't know. You know, you get my drift.
It's gonna just be interesting. Playing Lost Judgment, we'll go into that with State of Play just to see how it ends on that note. But yeah, we can quickly talk about the Switch OLED. I have a lot of minds about this, to like a lot of thoughts really about people's reaction to it, what people expected, and was this Nintendo's fault? And I preface saying people wanted a pro model, right? People wanted an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, do I think that them putting this out was a good idea? Not really. But was it Nintendo's fault for people having their own expectations?
No.
That's my thing.
It's not their fault.
It's not their fault, but it's also in Nintendo's nature to do shitty fucking revisions of their own hardware.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still Nintendo's fault because they've done this for eternity. I stopped playing handheld game. I stopped handheld gaming after the PSP. So I didn't deal with this nonsense. But like the 3DS, all the revisions to the 3DS, half of those were fucking pointless. Literally, half of them were pointless.
I don't know about that.
I will say
the 3DS
XL.
The 2DS.
The 2DS was, but that was like a budget. Like that was really cheap when it came out. It was only like $100, and it came with Mario Kart. Like, that was a really, really cheap. That's what I used.
3DS was it 3DS XL? There were only a couple games that were like exclusive just for the XL. I think it was
the new 3DS. Yeah, the new 3DS.
And then they had the new 3DS.
The new 3DS, new 3DS XL, and the new 2DS XL. Yeah, I have the new 2DS XL. Like, that's what I have. But people who bought the first 3DS definitely got shafted. Absolutely, because the first 3DS is garbage, like compared to all the other models, just in general.
I don't know, like Nintendo's scheme of.
I see the DSi is worthless. That to me was a.
Oh yeah, the DSi.
That was a worthless upgrade, because that upgrade was it was like, oh, smartphones doing this, we gotta catch up, kind of type of thing. Like it had no value really, no benefit.
I forget. My brain doesn't remember the game, the difference, the specific differences. I know the Game Boy originally had no color, and then there was a Game Boy Color.
Yeah. The Game
yeah,
Boy.
yeah.
And then the Game Boy SP had a backlight. And there was a
also,
Game Boy Advanced. I don't remember the exact difference.
So it was Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, the Nintendo DS Fat, Nintendo DS Lite, Nintendo DSi,
DSi XL.
Oh, what's the difference between the DS and the DS Lite? Just the weight? There was no.
It was just smaller.
Yeah, it was a lot
smaller, lighter.
It was a lot. It was a lot more sleeker. Like,
and then you got the DSi with the camera.
Yeah, most people had the DS Lite. Not a lot of people had the.
I had the OG DS. That shit actually.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I had
that shit was actually durable, and then I somehow spilled water on it. I forgot how, and it did not work. And then the DS Lite, compared to my OG DS, that shit, like, I don't know, it was like military grade. The OG DS been through a lot. My old my DS Lite broke, like, kind of snapped like one of the hinges, so it just like wouldn't close properly sometimes or whatever. So it was like I said, that I thought the DS Lite was just cheaper. It was a way cheaper model to make.
Absolutely.
But overall, though, I don't remember the differences specifically. Besides the 3DS models, I don't remember like the difference between the Game Boys. But like Nintendo, they've been doing this for a while, man. It just been, you expect more, and then they just disappoint. Hardware revision. All it does is make the Switch even more unwieldy to travel with, because it's a bigger screen.
Yeah,
it's a bigger screen
more,
and they got rid of the bezels, but I guarantee you, like, the dimensions are still a bit wider.
Oh,
a little bit larger. So it's like you're just making it more unwieldy. I mean, cool. It's a nicer screen. Hopefully, it's a laminated digitizer to the glass or whatnot, so it looks like it's actually a part of the glass when you're touching it.
Is that even like, really glass, or is that like plastic?
Or my bad, plastic. You're right. It is plastic. It is plastic because. Oh, also, I hope they fix the dock to where it doesn't scratch the fucking.
Yeah, I think that's why the dock is a bit wider now. There's a bit more space in the dock now.
So I hope they fix that. But it's just like this is not even like it's not even a mid-gen refresh. It's just a revision, basically. Like, the screen is larger, that's in double the storage. That's about it. Yeah. Like the dock itself, they got rid of one of the USBs and just put the LAN port there. So it's like, that's how the original dock is, because I have to use an adapter anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the? Oh, Jesus Christ! So, Nintendo, but people are gonna give Nintendo brownie points, and they're still gonna buy the product. So it's like, what the fuck? There's nothing we can do because these fucking people keep buying the product no matter what.
I'll say, if you're don't own a Switch, I think it's a good pickup, though. I will say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't own the Switch and you had the option between the two, the $50 increase, it makes sense.
Like, and by the way, and you get actually a better kickstand, because the kickstand in the original is pretty ass.
Yeah, pretty garbage.
Yeah, something I'd never.
And an Ethernet port. I forgot about that.
Yep.
An actual Ethernet port on the Switch. The only thing they gotta improve is their fucking servers.
Which that will never happen. But so what do you guys take on this? What do you think about it, Leash?
I mean, the thing is with Nintendo revisions is like, this is what it pretty much just seems in theme with their other ones. The 3DS was the only one where the power was actually different, because the SP, like, that was just clamshell, backlight, and a rechargeable battery. So like, I feel like having a power difference is not in the norm for their handheld revisions, and I don't think it's necessary because the new Switch will be out in like a couple years anyways. So like, it's kind of like worthless, and you're just like separating your install base further. It just makes it more complicated because Nintendo they can't make they suck at developing games anyways, so it's just gonna make it even harder for them to worry about 3 different hardware SKUs.
Man, all that has to be is a fucking PS4 Pro, bro. That is all it has to be.
It's
better frame rate and better resolution. That's all we. That's
you're
all
asking
it
too much
need-
from
That's all it
Nintendo, bro.
needed.
But that's
I
raising
know.
expectations,
It's too
and
much.
they don't do good with expectations. Like if they like think about it. What if they made like Mario Odyssey like the same game but with like a PS4 power? Like people they'll get like ridiculed for that.
Bro,
Because like it's just
I just want to see games not reach single digit frame rates in the Age of Calamity and like and resolutions under standard definition like 480p.
Yeah.
And Xenoblade too. Like can we get better than that?
Bro, the world ends with you demo in the overworld. It's 17 FPS on Switch. 17 like just the overworld, not even combat.
The overworld map.
Yeah, overworld like when you're just roaming around the Shibuya. It's just 17 FPS.
When you're just walking around.
Yeah,
17 FPS.
17 FPS. 17. PS5 is 60 FPS. Full 1080p, anti-aliasing, all that shit.
This is why I like. People
crazy.
are like, oh, why do you need a Switch Pro? Have you played any of these slightly demanding games? You're 17 FPS in the world? Or like what?
Honestly, like when the Switch came out, Nintendo fans said, "I don't care about graphics, portability is king, and all this stuff." So like, why do they want a Switch Pro now? Why do they want that? I thought portability was all that was needed. Like like I just see all these Nintendo fans that are like, "Yeah, I want a Switch Pro, I want better graphics." I'm like, dude, like you weren't saying that shit 4 years ago. Like, what's the difference now?
So the fans to Nintendo themselves just disgust me. I cannot stand.
It also solidifies that the Switch is a handheld because all these benefits are just for handheld users. They're not. For
bro. No benefits to people that rock the TV, man.
Exactly.
Or rocking on the monitor.
Exactly. So like,
still honestly, gonna be. Oh, my bad. Go.
No, I'm just like it's still a handheld to me, and I would say like if you're a Switch owner, like don't get this if you're a Switch owner, and even like. I never cared for this. Like even when the rumors were coming out, I just never cared, and I don't care now, and I don't think I'll ever care about Nintendo system ever again because their games are just like not for me, and the scope of their games does not match a home console. It's more of a handheld.
The scope of their games is always small.
Yeah, there's always something missing
outside of like Zelda, but yeah, Zelda it's like a lot of open fields.
Yep.
And when you do go to that forest, when you go to that forest with the tree that you have to talk to or whatnot, that frame rate dips. And there's no combat, but the frame rate dips. No Switch Pro to help that.
Exactly.
Your resolution's still gonna be dirty. Texture still gonna be ugly. Frame rate still gonna be bad. But nice. You have nicer colors.
Portability. Oh yeah, it's like Nintendo fans' first time using an OLED screen.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look at the colors. Oh my god, this is amazing. It's like, oh my Jesus Christ, these people. Nintendo are literally like stuck in the early 2000s, in my opinion.
Hey man, they're just copying the Vita, bro. Vita got an OLED screen.
No, literally, dude, literally.
I think I don't know if I asked in on Twitter or Discord. I was like, "Yo, when is Nintendo gonna get to 4K?" I think it's gonna be like 2040 before they get to 4K resolution.
I don't know. It's like
it's gonna be a long time before native 4K. 20 years. Like they're so fucking far behind. They don't care.
Was there a Eurogamer report saying like they got confused or something like that there is like a different Switch model, but they're saying now it's like the Switch 2?
Yeah. I think Digital Foundry had a rumor report on that as well. It's supposed to come out in like the next 2 years.
Yeah,
which kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so
they've had a new revision of the Switch every year though. So it's like
Yep.
people say like, oh, why would you want to Switch Pro now when there's gonna be a new one? There's gonna be a new Switch 2 in 2 years. I mean, they've had a new revision of the Switch every year. Why not? Why not have better FPS? Why not have that version?
Are we kind of considering the revision with the better battery or no?
That's a revision.
That's still a revision.
It came in a different box. It had like 40% better battery. That they had
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I still have the OG Switch, and that battery.
Me too,
ass.
bro.
That battery
I don't take it out the dock.
ass, bro.
I don't take it out the dock, dude. It's just my hack Switch. I haven't touched that thing in like a year.
Yeah, me neither. My hack Switch is in a bin right now.
Mine's just behind my monitor, like literally. Ugh.
I just don't understand, dude. I don't know what were they thinking though, having like that battery only lasts like 2.5 hours or 3 max.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Zelda's too demanding, bro. It had them fans. It had them fans spin. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That fan did spin like a lot. It was blowing that hot air too. I was like, jeez.
Fans was spinning. Yo, when I did use a Switch in handheld, that shit used to get hot as hell. No cap.
Just touch it near the vent too. You're like, oof.
Yo, the weirdest thing with the Switch was when I would go on my trains to like from back home to my university, I would sleep with when I played my Switch. It would like 10 minutes I would be sleeping. I don't know why. And then when I used my 2DS, I wouldn't sleep at all. I don't know what. Maybe the Switch was so boring that just put me to sleep. I don't know what it was with that thing. But I couldn't use it like handheld outside. I would just fall asleep.
Honestly, I don't think like people think Nintendo likes to like to innovate and change their consoles. Like from what these reports are rumor reports for the Switch 2, I think they're gonna continue making Switch 2,
definitely.
Switch 3, Switch 4. It's gonna be 4s and backwards compatible. I don't see like this is what works for them. Like, and I loved how though that they said the Switch wasn't gonna replace their handheld. Bro,
they say every time. They say every time,
and they did.
They say every time,
dude. Name a fucking 3DS game. Like, there are no more 3DS games. They're gone. Pokemon is now on Switch and stuff. It's just never gonna happen. I don't like. This is it. You're getting it, and you get the best of both worlds apparently from this hybrid system.
Yeah, and it combines their install base like really well, and like they've been wanting to do it for like they've wanted to do it for like since the GameCube, right? So like it's why not just keep at this type of thing?
So, and just let the people that play it at home suffer.
I always say that people who want innovative consoles is just that innovative consoles to me are overrated. It's the games that are where innovation shines. Like you can have all the features in the world, but if your games don't utilize them, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Nintendo should just keep it like this.
I think that is it for that topic. And before we go to State of Play, I'm trying to think if there was any other news regarding anything. Ghost of Tsushima. There we go.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
So Ghost of Tsushima getting a director's cut, and there's a report also came out. So Ghost of Tsushima director's cut. This isn't the PS5 version yet. I'll discuss the PS5 version in a bit. It's gonna be like the PS4 version. So if you buy it for $20, you're getting the director's cut just for PS4, even though you have the PS5. Still, you'll have the 60 FPS option. You're just not going to get these other enhancements, but you get Iki Island, which is now being reported as it's going to add 15 to 20 hours of gameplay, which it's going to be another island, of course, and different enemies and all that, which I think might be up there with First Light in terms of length.
They said, I heard a rumor of 15 to 20 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So it's going to be interesting. And in terms of that. $20 to me sounds like a good price for that. 15 to 20. Now we go into the upgrade for the PS5, even though
The
it's
controversy.
really just you get the controller support for it, as well as slightly better resolution, I gather. And
Mhm.
what else?
The lip sync, right?
The lip sync,
Japanese lip sync.
Which is
because they had to,
paywall.
was it manually do or whatever, or redo all the cutscenes?
Yeah,
for?
it's done. It's done in game. It's done. What do you call it? What they say?
I forgot.
It's
how
it's
they
rendered.
say it.
It's rendered in game and not like a pre-rendered cutscene.
Yeah. What else? Yeah. Usually, that costs what, money for the lip sync? Because I know, like, when it comes to Japanese games, especially, where we go to, like, what's it, Judgment, or Like a Dragon, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you do the English dub, it doesn't fucking match. Because
a lot of games don't do that. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of games don't do that thing.
And sometimes even fucking the animes don't do that either. So
yeah,
it's just to cut costs and all that, because you have to reanimate in a way those lips and all that, and that costs money for that. So yeah, what else did they add? I think that was it for the director's cut, not including the $20 for the expansion. It's just 3D audio, haptic feedback, triggers, all that, and a slightly better resolution.
What?
Dick feedback. Wow. Oh my god.
My thing is, it's like I said, it's like, if you don't want the PS5 upgrade, because it's not really even really an upgrade to me, right? It's just you're getting controller support, 3D audio, and Japanese lip sync. Which, I don't know. It's like the 60 FPS, you already got the 60 FPS option.
Yep.
Without the $10.
Something that they said that it indicated that there'd be better graphics or anything like that either. So.
I think they said
there's no resolution.
Yeah,
exactly. They said nothing about a resolution change.
Really?
So
it's just the same, basically, right?
PS4 Pro version already did 1800p, and they didn't change. They didn't say anything about changing the res to like native 4K. So
same resolution.
Yeah. $10 for this. I've been on Twitter and other places saying I'm not for it. Just like other games, they do it for free.
Yeah. Look at Metro Exodus.
Metro Exodus, Doom Eternal, A Plague's Tale, Innocence. These games do it for free. I saw people were capping, the PlayStation fan base. They were capping like, "Oh, bro, these updates are not the same, bro. They're getting haptic feedback, 3D audio." Like, shut the.
I don't know why people were comparing Persona 5 Royal to this. That shows me that they didn't play the game. Because I'm just like, Persona 5 Royal, like, the improvements they made were across the board, quality of life and story, and like they changed dungeons, they changed boss fights. Like, that game is a different experience from the vanilla Persona 5 entirely. So I'm just like, people like using that to say it's okay to pay $10 for Japanese lip sync, or just like, why? Like, I don't see the connection there.
Yeah, I don't think there's a direct connection there, but I also think Persona 5 Royale is still a scam. I still didn't buy it.
I disagree with that.
$60 for $20 DLC.
The thing is with DLC, the difference is like most DLC, they don't make improvements across the board like that. So I'll give you an example.
Quality of life improvements can have been done to the base game. That doesn't require money to be like, oh, I can use my pistol infinitely.
No, but it's like
require money or like making changes to the dungeons.
Well, they changed the combat too. They added new combat mechanics. They added like, and even like Kazoo, like for example, like the new character being in the campaign. I'll give it like an example, like Pokemon. Let's say Pokemon, right? Like Pokemon, right? Like before the re-releases were like across the board changes to the story like throughout the entire game. But now since it's just DLC, it's just end game stuff. It's just you see that at the very end of the game. So it's still the same base game, but the expansions are where the changes happen. So like improvements of short sword and shield at base level were never made. But like that can only be done if you do a full re-release, in my opinion. Even like Kingdom Hearts, like Kingdom Hearts 3 versus Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. Like yes, like the bosses are still there, but Kingdom Hearts 2 like added a lot more combat stuff to the game that wasn't in. And also changed the entire soundtrack of versus the original game that wasn't in the original. So like that's why like releases don't bother me because like I know that they'll make improvements to the entire game. So that's why like Persona 5 Road to me wasn't a scam.
Mm-hmm.
In my eyes. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll get it on PC if it's $20. No more, no less. Well, no more. Yes, less.
I'm definitely
more, no
copping that
less.
shit on whatever price they're giving. No
Oh,
cap.
absolutely.
And I can always go the other route.
Damn.
Yeah, but I'm not. I
What if someone
wasn't. I
gifts it
wasn't.
to you?
Fine. That game is one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm not paying $60
But what
for
if
a
someone
$20
gifts it to
DLC plus the base game.
I can't even say it was $20. I don't know. I think it's worth the
I mean, the base game is $20 when Persona 5 Royale came out. So they're spending 40. Is it a $40 DLC? It doesn't add that much.
I think they add something substantial. Like if you want to say Persona 4 Golden compared to Persona 5, I can agree Persona 4 Golden didn't really add anything. I can 100% say that.
For what game?
Persona 4 Golden.
Oh yeah. That was not to the same
That's
extent.
why I worried the same thing was going to happen with Persona 5 Royal. And that wasn't the case.
Even like Persona 3 Fez, like that, those editions were made just like at an end game level. Like I feel like if Persona 5 Royal was an expansion, they would have done it like Persona 3, where like Kazumi's just at the end or something like that. So I don't know.
Yep.
Know about those games? I didn't play them, but yeah. Ghost, $10. I see. People are like, "Oh, it's because the game never had a native PS5 port."
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know why people say that.
I mean, it's true. It doesn't have a native PS5 port, but I mean, other games have gotten free upgrades to the PS5 version. So saying that doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pay the $10 if you want to. I guess I'm just gonna get the DLC. I don't care that much about lip sync. It doesn't bother me. That's the only reason I would get it for, be lip sync. I don't give a fuck about the controller rumbling. The fucking what did I call it? The fucking the rumble pack.
The N64 rumble pack.
The rumble pack and the fucking the virtual surround sound. Fuck, I don't care. Get good headphones. End of story. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that is it when it comes to that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else before State of Play, but I really don't think so. So let's go into the State of Play. Overall, let's give our thoughts real quick, and then we'll talk about the standout games. Overall, I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. I thought it was like a solid, like a 6. I think it was a solid 6. Like there were some games I was interested in, and then there were some games that I just did not give a flying fuck about. Keep it a buck.
I it was like a 5. 5 or 4.5. I don't know. One of them.
And I felt like they put everyone's expectations in check too.
Yeah.
They definitely did. I appreciate that. It was just that the showcase of the indies I didn't care about, besides a couple.
Agreed.
Had a couple MOBs.
The Steam one was better. Low key.
Yeah.
Because at least there were some Steam games that they showed that I cared about at that next fest thing.
I will say the games I cared were Demon Slayer, no cat.
That's gonna
copping
be
that.
trash. That's gonna be
A
trash.
Cyber Connect fighting
be
game. I
trash,
sleep.
bro.
Oh my god,
Dude, I'm
these
a big
Cyber
fan
Connect
of
fighting
Demon
games.
Slayer.
It's
I'm
gonna be
not gonna
trash,
lie, bro. Listen, it's
I'm
a guilty
tired.
pleasure of mine,
Oh,
and I
oh
like
my
Demon Slayer.
god.
Oh
And
dear.
I'm getting it, bro. I'm getting it.
Cyber Connect
I don't
deserves so
disagree
much
with
less.
you. I
They,
don't
they
disagree.
deserve dirt. They deserve to be in the dirt.
I
Fuck that
don't disagree
terrible
with you.
fucking dev team.
But
Oh,
bro, this is Demon Slayer. Like, I
God.
can agree if you're saying this
Cheesy.
is Dragon Ball and shit like that. You know how many fucking Dragon Ball games there are? Put that to how many Demon Slayer games there are.
Bro, they're about to be 5 after you buy this shit, bro. They're about to make 5.
Listen, Dragon Ball got like
God
30
damn it.
games, my guy.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're gonna make 5
more
after
than
you
30,
buy this
actually.
shit, man. Oh yeah, Dragon Ball has a shit ton. But
Well,
I sleep on Demon Slayer. The game.
I'm definitely copping. What else? Sifu looks dope. Got delayed to 2022. Sad
The
about
2022 curse, man. Everybody's getting hit with that shit.
that. What else was very interesting? Oh, Lost Judgment looks dope. But guess what? Looks like if the rumors and reports are true, that's it. It's over.
That story about to end kind of crazy. They're gonna have like an alternate ending in the tuck just in case this agency really is like, no, fuck it, no more. Like the ending may be mad abrupt, like random bullet out of out of a alleyway, come in, shoot him in the back, dead.
Okay,
it's like random shit.
Like I said, my thought is, bro, just make. This is my thing. Make a trilogy, right, and just end it there. Just end it there. That's all. You can write it and end it there, and then do another spin-off title.
This talent agency, I don't know, man. They might say, man, y'all asked about a PC port too many damn times, man. Fuck y'all. They might just end it, bro.
Bro, I just need Sega to just suck it up. Say, hey, yeah, we know we want a PC port, but you know we gotta end it. So let's do it a third game, and just we're done.
They dead ass got to sweet talk them. Like, I'm sorry, baby. Yo, I'll take you out to dinner tonight. I'm sorry about that.
Because
where
like, bro, like, it's just like I don't know, man. I feel some sort of way. It's like a dragon. If it's turn based, I liked it, but at its core, I'm just like damn. I wish, honestly, my thought is they could have done this with a spin-off title. That's how I personally feel with the RPG, the turn-based combat. They could have done it with like fucking Judgment or some shit like that. Actually, would make more sense with Judgment because he's a detective and he has to like look and analyze. They could have done something like that instead of like a dragon in its main core. It's literally brawling. So, but whatever. It's they made that decision for combat. Like a dragon sold well, they're gonna keep with it. So, like I said, Judgment is the only series now, and if it ends into, it just needs 3 games, like trilogy, ended on the 3rd game. But overall, I thought the trailer was great, and it looks like more of what we can expect with Judgment, and hopefully they'll fix the friend events and make them more engaging. That's the only complaint so far I have with Judgment playing the game. Overall, I've been very much engaged with the story and the combat.
I still want to play it, but that talent agency shit got me salty. I may skip the day 1 of the sequel, Lost Judgment, but I may pick up Judgment like within the next couple months or so. depends on how I'm feeling. I want to play the game for sure, but yeah. But glad to see the sequel got like announced and is releasing so quickly. I like that. Keep that trend. I thought it was like DLC. I was like, what the fuck is this DLC? It's a full game. Oh, damn.
Yep. And what about you, Alish?
I didn't watch it. I just like looked at the announcements. I just like nothing stuck out to me. I looked at Deathloop for like 5 minutes. I'm just like, yeah. I don't know, I was kind of disappointed with the indie stuff. I looked at the indie games. I'm just like, I wish there was like one thing I cared about. But I mean, and to be fair, they also like did temper expectations. But if some insiders are correct, next month should be like the one that should steal the hearts and souls of every. it should be the one, you know. So they gave it like a 4 or 5, just because like they did tell us what to expect. So
what about Judgment though? Lost Judgment.
Don't care for it. I never played the first one. I just.
Will you ever play the first one?
Yakuza 6 is still
okay, but my thing is okay. Think about it like this.
This like, man is fucking.
To be fair, Judgment has like no direct connections to like.
Yeah, but I have Yakuza 2. That's all I need.
Wait,
I don't need anything else. I have Yakuza Kiwami 2. I don't need anything else.
I mean, listen, that is the best game. That is the best game in the series, but still, like,
yeah.
Listen,
what do I need?
Listen,
Judgment this man is mentally. Thing. He is mentally retreated to Kiwami 2, and he's not coming out. He is in that. Oh
even when I see like Haruka in Kiwami 2, I'm reminded. I'm like, oh god, like this is what she looked like in Yakuza 6. Fuck me. You know, so like I don't know. I just can't get myself to support them anymore. So,
like I can agree about Like a Dragon. I can agree because that's a direct sequel, right?
Yeah,
and it has actual connections and all that.
What? The game's
all right. You bugging the fuck out. All right, just shut up, fella. All right.
Wait,
bro,
what?
Cut his mic.
Wait,
cut his mic.
The game sucks.
This man's bugging the fuck out.
Okay, yeah, I don't agree that it sucks. Like I think it's actually good. It's just
what they did with Kyoto was unforgivable.
Okay, I don't disagree with your point.
But... Dude leaves the clan and then comes back like, yeah, I'm back, guys. Like, I'm your bodyguard. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yes, man. He leaves the clan all the time and comes back.
I know.
That's his mantra. He doing that shit.
I don't know, man. Like, and it's also not going to PC. I mean, like, I will get it on PS5. I don't know. I'm just don't. It's not. I'm not interested.
Bro, I say you should take the dip. I think you'll enjoy. I think the story is actually pretty good. I think you'll. I mean, it has no connections. It's like you're just in the same city. That's about it.
Hey man, look, it's not a day one. I got a lot of shit I gotta play, like as it is. So I'll maybe like 5 years down the line, maybe I'll consider.
5 years.
5 years.
5 years down the line, bro.
Why is it exactly 5? Maybe 5 exactly. It's like
that's like to me. That's when gaming might die. So I can go back and play my old games.
Dead.
Game Pass takes over.
Exactly. The Death Star of Game Pass.
And then Microsoft buys Sega.
Oh God.
That's gonna be your future if you don't buy these fucking games, bro.
I buy Persona. What do you mean? I bought Persona Dancing Premium Edition, bro. Day one.
Did you buy that SMT5 Premium Edition?
I might buy that day one, but actually no, it's not day one for me because Pokemon comes like a week later.
That's a damn shame.
Yo, Pokemon Diamond remake? Come on, man.
Tragic.
Hey man, it's Nintendo, bro.
It's just Pokemon Diamond, though.
It's Nintendo, bro.
They had one.
Exactly.
They had 3 bad. Well, 2 good. No, they had 1 great remake, 1 good remake, and 2 really bad ones. But I have hope, you know. Plus, it also helps I'm not buying the game. So I'm playing it though, but I'm not buying it. So I also help. I am playing it. That doesn't mean I'm buying it.
Vibes.
Exactly. But
yeah. Well, what else? Death Stranding.
Oh yeah.
Director's cut. of
Okay,
a fucking
so
insane director.
listen,
Oh man,
what's funny about this is Kojima went. I don't think it was a blog post. I think it might
it
have
was
been
a
Twitter or
Twitter.
something like that.
It was
That
on his Twitter.
he said that he doesn't like the word director's cut, and he thinks of it more of as like a director's plus, because director's cut implies like you had cut content or whatever, and it didn't make it. And this is stuff that he made like after the development of the game, put in
Bro,
ideas and all that. So
this
he's a
man,
little like slightly jaded about that.
this man belongs in a insane asylum, bro. Of course, it's not a director's cut. We know this, man.
Yeah,
This
but my
man
thing
wants to
is
just
like,
say,
yeah,
"I'm against it." It's
yeah,
like no one cares, bro. Oh my god,
yeah.
this fucking guy, dude.
Wait, who's against it?
Yeah,
Kojima is against the naming of director's
Oh,
cut
oh my
because
god.
I am the director and it's not exactly a director's cut. Like no one cares, man. Oh my god, this fucking guy. Nah, man.
But
No, we know it's not a director's cut.
I will say from the trailers, of like it's substantially a lot, and getting $10 for the upgrade of having
$10
circuit
bucks.
race, a ramp, doing the ramps, as well as improved combat, better was it an exoskeleton suit,
This shit has a fucking shooting range.
yeah, shooting range, a
Just
new
random.
master gun or whatever, improved combat, I said that, and new story missions, which supposedly he said this isn't going to be tacked on at the last minute or whatever, it's interwoven. So,
And it's apparently the definitive version.
yep. So, also, haptic feedback and all that shit. So,
Yay!
so if you own the game on PS4, you'll get it for $10. And if you didn't, I think it's like what, 50? Something like that.
That's a lot. It's a lot better of a $10 offer. And look, it's not $70 if you don't have it already.
Or not $30.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's a lot of content, and if you enjoyed Death Stranding, definitely take a look at that. It comes out September 24th. Yeah, a lot of games coming out September. Judgment's along with it, so that's a lot. And Tales of Arise, oof. For me, September is a big meaty month.
I know exactly what I'm getting. Tales of Arise, everything else, backseat.
I'm getting Tales of Arise, getting Lost Judgment, and getting
Wait,
Death Stranding.
Red, did you play the World Ends With You demo, Red Hood? Did you play that?
I downloaded it. I haven't gotten the chance to play yet.
I didn't. I never played that game. That's a game's a sequel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played it.
If you want to catch up, honestly, you just watch there's an anime they have.
They did it, yeah, you're right.
Oh, an anime?
Yeah,
I forgot. Is that even faithful or no?
What's
the
name of it?
But it's just World Ends With You. Like that's the name. But like the thing is I haven't finished it, but the pacing is very fast compared to the game. I think that's to be expected. So I just have to get used to that. But
Shit,
yeah, I'll talk about them after the topic.
What? Oh, okay. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You talk about Fist.
I forgot what that was.
What is that? What is that?
It is like it's like a Metroidvania, bro. It looks like a good Biomutant. like a good Biomutant and Ori mixed together.
Biomutant is amazing. What are you talking about? That audio, king.
That shit sound like a sound bite off of fucking LimeWire, bro. That shit sounded terrible. It sounds like a sound bite off of thatpiff.com. Like, oh my god.
Dude, I remember joining the Biomutant server just to see the fuck shit that happened with the reviews that came out that year. The so much damage control at each other's throat in that server was just funny, dude. I had like the popcorn like emote, and other people started doing it too, and they're seeing damage control and at each other's throat. It was so funny, and now like that server's like dead.
They have nothing else to talk about, dog. It's a wrap. I mean, I played it for like 3-4 hours. I haven't gone back. I canceled my EA Pro subscription, so I don't know if I'll ever go back. Well, at least I got to try it. So there's that.
Sure.
But yeah, like Fist looks good, man. That shit looks Metroidvania. You got little combos and shit. It looks lit. Plays another furry animal.
Mm-hmm. So, what else they got? They showed, of course, the main showcase was Deathloop, and I did find it funny that a lot of Xbox guys were like hyping this up, even though they have to wait a year. And I was just like, I just found it strange. I was like, huh, interesting.
Yep.
It's weird. I'm making the jokes of, oh, this is presented by Xbox, stuff like that. I was like, whatever, man. This is so weird that the fanboys are going like this. I was like, okay.
I remember when the fanboys on PlayStation Star were like, "Oh, we got Deathloop coming out, bro. That's an Xbox game.
Yep.
Xbox is making that game." But the more, honestly, the more and more I see of Deathloop, the more I'm like, they gotta.
It's like
honestly,
Dishonored.
I gotta stop
it's literally
it.
like Dishonored, to be honest. Like,
yeah, I know it's like Dishonored, but it's like I don't know. The more they show it, the more I'm like, I gotta stop showing this. Actually,
this is my thing. Is like I feel like Arcane is starting to have a pattern, right? And this could happen exactly like Redfall, that they're gonna be stuck in the same DNA as like Dishonored, but with like a I don't want to say gimmick, but a little difference, like Deathloop. Oh, you got slightly different abilities, but very much like Dishonored, and you're in a time loop. Oh, now you have vampires, and
yeah,
Arcane might be some similar to like From Software, From Software in a way.
Maybe. I hope Redfall is something different because they have different teams within that studio. It's not just one studio. But like I say, if you look at Deathloop, Dishonored, and Prey, they all have a very similar visual tendencies, and they're all first person. Dishonored and Deathloop are closely like related, whereas Prey is more like a little further off. Prey is more about the guns that you use than the actual like abilities that you have. So, but yeah, they all like I don't know. They kind of samey a little bit. Not like too much though. FromSoft, I mean, well, they have Dark Souls and Bloodborne, I guess. Yeah, Dark Souls to Bloodborne is kind of like Deathloop to Dishonored. So.
No, I would say Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne.
Demon Souls to Dark Souls. Is
Bloodborne.
that close?
They're pretty freaking.
Oh, you're naming all their games.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Like all those three games, very much in the same, like literally in the same.
Yeah. But yeah, like I'm still getting the game. It's just the more they show it, it's just like I don't know. I'm losing interest.
For me, I've been
saying
this for a while.
Which is not good.
I was not interested in Deathloop at all when they first showed him. I just wasn't.
It looked great. When they first showed it to me, it looked great.
Is it a roguelike? Seems like it is.
See,
yeah, that's what they describe it as.
But it's like, I don't know, I consider roguelike like Hades, where it's like things change and it's just roguelikes are just harder. Whereas like Deathloop, it's more like you just have to plan stuff out. I don't know. It's like you can consider it. It's just I don't know. I can't consider it.
I like what I don't completely like. He says that he returns to the beginning of his loop.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like what they show, it doesn't seem like. I feel like it's like level based. I feel like I don't know. Like obviously Returnal is level based as well. Like there's different biomes. But I don't know, like for some reason I feel like if you die you're not going to return to the beginning of the loop. You actually return to like the beginning of the level. But But obviously, I'm probably wrong. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like that though. Even though they said, "Oh, it's you return to the beginning of the loop." I don't know. It's just weird. But
Yeah. What about you, Alish? What do you think about it?
I mean, I never was interested. Honestly, Bethesda games, like, there's just something about the mechanics and the way they get their games animated and look. I just don't like. Uh, I don't like stealth games either. So I don't. This game just never caught my radar. Um, so I don't think I have much to say about this game.
fair enough.
Yeah. Also, Ghostwire Tokyo got delayed too,
Oh yeah, it did.
which I don't know anything about that
Another
game.
the 2022 curse.
Yeah.
No, I was interested in it. It looked weird in that amazing girl originally showcased.
Is it a stealth game? Is that a stealth game?
So I remember, like Bless said, when they had like a CGI trailer, I was interested, and then they showed the gameplay trailer, and then I became very uninterested.
Yeah, the gameplay was kind of weird. They like showed like random like demon type things, and I mean, I'm still interested. I need to see actual full on gameplay because they showed snippets before.
It's a game where like I like the name, I like the setting, but the gameplay I just don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah, they gotta show it fully, but that shit got hit with the 2022 curse. So I mean, another one bites the dust.
Yep.
But yeah. Oh, another game that was showed during the state of play was Jet. It showed like people compared it to like a flower, I guess, in this generation. I guess so. Where you're just flying a little aircraft. I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems kind of zen / boring. This is probably a skip for me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. And,
other one is Sifu.
Yeah, Sifu is dope.
I'm probably gonna get that. I like the Absolver.
Same.
It's like an Absolver mod.
Aren't they the same people that made Absolver?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said it looks like an Absolver mod.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really it in terms of the state of play. They did say that they'll have more news about God of War and Horizon in this coming, later in the summer. So
August, baby.
So literally means August. It's like, and then you got insiders. So what's this guy's name? Roberto? Like he's saying,
No, Roberto. The real insider that he's getting the information from.
The Black Jason Schreier.
So this guy seemed familiar. I swear, like I heard this guy
albino
before.
Jason Schreier.
Like Roberto Serrano. I feel like he may have leaked like the old like the PS5. Was it? I'm trying to remember. Was it the future PlayStation? I think he might have leaked that. I could have been wrong, but I think he might have leaked that. So that's why I was like, huh, maybe he was the one who did that. So let me see.
He may be respectable. Mm-hmm. August 12th, I think it was.
So he said next generation PSVR, God of War, Horizon, some other stuff.
And that's going to be a state of play?
That sounds like a state of play. He said like an event.
Oh, okay. Because that sounds too good for a state of play. State of plays are usually mid.
Yeah, I also feel like they wouldn't show everything at once. I feel like they would kind of space out their major releases. Like they probably show like if they're going to show like Last of Us 2, Horizon, God of War, and potentially Silent Hill, they would like do 1 or 2 of those. They wouldn't do all 4.
If Horizon is slated to come out this year, that has to be when the release date is going to be announced.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. What else? Oh yeah. Then there was more rumors / leaks. I can't even really say it's a leak. But PlayStation Experience, granted, we have the trademark already. Supposedly it's going to be slated for December or early next year. So
interesting to bring that back.
I mean, I'm glad that they're bringing it back. it's probably gonna be another fella sitting on a couch just talking
Yeah.
with some devs.
I don't
Which
know.
is it's not bad, but it can be boring.
Need to like have fellas, or will they have enough announcements? They're not going to be at E3 anymore, right? And
Yeah, not Gamescom.
yeah,
It's not the
so
end of
like they can
it's
have
not the,
2 events, right?
it's not the end of the generation anymore, so they definitely have announcements that they can put out there and updates. So maybe they
Yeah.
won't do the sit down stuff anymore, or
Maybe. I mean, they could do the announcements for the multiplayer stuff. I'll seem like Insomniac, Ben Studio, and some other. I think they're trying to do like 2 or 3 multiplayers, so they might do an announcement on those.
That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, Call of Duty's supposed to. I think it's gonna make an appearance. It's fucking late announcement, so
it's gonna. That game is in development hell like no other Call of Duty game.
But I definitely think it'll be shown off at this PlayStation event.
That game is gonna be pure cheeks.
Could be worse worse than Cold War launch by far. Absolutely, no question.
100%. I'm not. Man, I'm done with Call of Duty.
I'm on Valorant now. I don't need it. Valorant and Black Ops 3 Zombies, like that's all I need.
All Call of Duty was a supplement for Battlefield because Battlefields haven't been the best last generation. That's all it was, man. I just need 2042. Oh yeah, well COD
was bad too. They were both bad.
Yeah, I needed a multiplayer like a quick multiplayer fix type game, and that was the only one I had. But 2042, I needs that to hit. I needs that to be a banger.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, now I'm on Valorant, I might not get. I don't think I'm gonna get 2042. Honestly, I'll just stick to Valorant for the foreseeable future.
Disgusting.
Game's pretty good.
Disgusting.
A quick update. So, Nier Automata is receiving a patch this Thursday.
Yeah, I saw that. And Ninja Gaiden 2.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yep. And you know what? It's probably. Oh, sorry.
What?
Oh, I was gonna say it's probably the same patch that was on the Windows Store version, and it's still broken.
So. I don't think so. A lot of people are complaining that this needs to be on the Windows Store. Supposedly, they're saying so. The changes made is borderless video settings. Borderless video settings have been implemented. Fidelity FX CAS feature has been added. HDR. The system will now detect whether HDR has been activated in the Windows display settings and automatically boot the game in HDR mode if it has. Anti-aliasing adjustments to the anti-aliasing functionality. UI textures 4K, approximately 270 UI textures for icons, backdrops. UI elements now supports 4K resolution. Cutscenes, the bitrate has been improved and all pre-rendered cutscenes adjusted, so they will now play in 60 FPS, displaying the correct aspect ratio without stretching the picture. Global illumination and a new global illumination feature has been implemented. This can be set to 3 different levels: high, medium, or low. Ambient occlusion and bloom. The rendering targets for ambient occlusion and bloom effects have been changed to dynamic resolution based on the game's resolution. Bug fixes. It's now possible to switch between recently selected display modes for screenshots, such as between full screen and window mode, or between borderless and window mode by pushing the Alt plus Enter keys together. The mouse cursor is no longer displayed when using a gamepad controller. The frame rate has been stabilized at 60 FPS under default settings. Other stability related fixes have also been implemented.
Wow, that game must have lacked a lot of settings.
It did. And I'm still gonna use the special K mod because it's most likely still not gonna be perfect. And it still is locked to 60 FPS. So special K mod.
Stupid.
I didn't even realize the cutscenes were at 30.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were the PS4 version cutscenes.
It's crazy.
Yep.
So, gotta talk about these rumors from Jeff Grubb.
Oh God.
Oh, here we go.
Jeff Scrub.
So he's been saying that Dead Space remake happening. We already discussed that, but it's supposed to be a RE2 remake situation where it's a reimaginative in a way. And I don't have an issue with it per se. But the problem I'm gonna have is if they fundamentally change the story of Dead Space 1, right? And it's EA Motive, and the only game that they made is Star Wars Squadron. And I think they were like a sports studio, really. Oh, they also did Star Wars Battlefront 2's campaign. So, like I said, just keep it really the same. You know, you could change the combat a bit, okay? But keep it horror. Keep it survival.
Yes.
And we should be fine.
Yes.
And another Jeff Grubb report is that supposedly Kojima's next game will be with Microsoft, and he signed a letter of intent. Now, do I believe this? I have no fucking idea. Jeff Grubb, to me, is not a Jason Schreier. He has his hits and misses, so I can't fucking say. I kind of trust him with the EA stuff because he's pretty accurate with the EA. I don't fucking know. It's possible.
I feel like his rumors are very pro Microsoft, like just in general. So I'm just like, of course he's gonna say something like that, you know. And like some statements he said in the past about like editors, I'm just like, I can't trust this guy. I don't trust him.
I mean, regarding Kojima, I feel like Kojima's doing something.
But it also is very Jim Ryan, because I don't think Jim Ryan would fund another Kojima game after Death Stranding's performance. So
yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
Jim Ryan. I feel like Jim Ryan wouldn't have bought Housemarque. That's just me. A game like Housemarque from a Housemarque like that.
Yeah, I think
That's
so
true
too.
too.
I don't know.
That's true
I don't know who the fuck. I don't know who the fuck saved Housemarque from being killed.
Herman Hulst.
In that. Oh yeah, probably him. Or was it the laid back Yoshida? He still exists, right? maybe it was him.
Indie, what do we call it?
Supposed to be the head of indies
relations or whatever.
Yeah.
They definitely demoted Shuhei over the year.
It's just a shame.
Bro, that's where he said he wanted to be, dog.
Bro,
we haven't seen him ever since.
Well, dog, that's PR talk. That is PR talk, my guy.
Yeah, we haven't seen him ever since.
Jack's threats got to him, man.
Man has been gone, bro. He shows up on his webcam once or twice, fucking every year and a half, bro. The man has been gone. But yeah, I feel like Kojima working with Xbox or Microsoft, that could definitely be a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the stuff about the cloud game, like Death Stranding is a cloud based game, like the neural whatever that shit's called, the chiral network, whatever. Yeah. That's cloud based shit. So I don't know what it's gonna do even more cloud based. Like I hope to God it's not gonna be exclusive to like xCloud or some dumb shit. Like that would be stupid as fuck. But it's probably true. Well, I don't see why not. Xbox or Microsoft pulling up, dropping the bag off. Seems highly likely. For the prestige. Hopefully, whoever, I forgot who was supposed to be working with him. Not Jade Raymond. It was another name.
I don't know.
Somebody that she worked on like Portal 2 and like Half-Life and shit. Hopefully she can rein this man in on these fucking ideas that he been having.
Yeah, man. I need Kojima Unchained. Let's go!
No, I'm not buying a game from an untamed Kojima. I'm not
I
doing
need it.
Yeah, I mean, I only bought Death Stranding Day 1 because I got it for like half off. I didn't really care for it, so I don't think. We'll see. I want Metal Gear 1 remake. That's what I really want.
Bro, Bluepoint is doing it, bro.
Give me that. Give me that shit, dude.
Oh wait, I forgot that was a fucking top. Let's go into it.
That was the topic? Wait, what happened
No.
with that?
I mean, it's kind of
Nope.
tough. Housemarque was bought by Sony, so congrats to
Oh yeah.
Housemarque and stuff like that.
It,
And
yeah.
I forgot the other studio. It starts with a P. They port PC games.
No, it's an N. Nixus.
Oh, it's N. Jeez, I thought it was.
Yeah, you said it with a P.
Oh,
What?
that was like Pixis, not Nixus.
I'm bugging out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nixus. They do a lot of porting jobs. They do like the port of Shadow of the Tomb Raider to Xbox One, or no, Rise of the Tomb Raider Xbox One, Xbox ports and PC ports. That's basically all they've done. And I think they help with Killzone.
Yeah.
Killzone Shadowfall. But yeah, they are highly rated as a port developer. Their ports are amazing. And let's see these more Sony games on PC. You love to see it.
It's good that they're doing this because
What I think
you
is
don't
like,
want resources. You don't want resources to be like divided within the studio.
Yeah, I would say Nexus will help with PC as well as be a support studio for other studios or help them out. That's why I think it'll be the two. I don't think you'll see them make a game. Some people are thinking. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I'll say that's one of the more random purchases by Sony, because usually they flirt with their goddamn with the developer for fucking a decade, and then they'll buy them.
This
Nixus,
one's hella cheap,
they're like, yo, we need you, nigga, come over here.
They were like, yo, how
we
much
need
are
you? Get over here.
How much do you think that even cost? Like, I felt like that might have been like $2 million, and that was it.
Yeah, they don't own shit. They just port games. So I mean, yeah, they probably was like, bro, they gave him the coins under the table. Like, that's it.
No.
You are ours now. Square Enix, get fucked.
I am the captain now.
Yeah, I am the captain now. Square Enix, fuck off my ship. Square Enix, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do now.
Their PC. They worked on the Avengers PC.
Watch their ports fucking suck now. Watch their ports fucking suck now.
I bet you they might be a little pissed at Sony for a bit.
Oh, 100%. That, bro, they have been carrying their PC ports for a generation. Like almost 2 generations.
Maybe Square will be like, listen, Sony, we need your studio.
Yeah, we need them, dog.
You know, we'll let you get a little bit more exclusive, you know what I'm saying?
You want Final Fantasy 7 Part 5, 57? Here you go, take it.
Yeah, just let us use that PC port studio.
Yo, what if Sony like uses this to acquire Square, huh? If you want Nixus, yo, come over here.
Oh my
if you want your PC ports to have all the max settings, all the unlocked frame rates, all the mod support, they come to Sony.
Oh my god. That would imagine if that's the next game, or after the Bluepoint one, because Bluepoint is rumored that's most likely gonna happen because they've only worked with Sony. But after Bluepoint, if they bought Square Enix because of that it would look like it would be for Nixus. Like, bro, we have to follow you.
It's a Trojan horse. It's like a 5D chess play, I swear.
That would be fucking that would be so funny. Oh my god. God damn it. But yeah, congrats to Housemarque. They don't have to worry. They don't need to have financial woes anymore. They are stable now. And Bluepoint, that's probably coming. And congrats on Nexus.
We can go into the Bluepoint because what is strange is it's not even rumor. It's like the tweet was sent out by Sony Japan or PlayStation Japan, and people found out through TweetDeck. I think it was Neville that did, and they said congrats like Housemarque, but in the image it was, Bluepoint. And what's funny was it wasn't like a mistake because Celine was on the logo, and then to next of it was the Demon Souls. So this wasn't like a random fuck up like that. That was, you know what targeted. I mean? That makes no fucking sense.
It was targeted. They keep saying, "Oh, it was a human error." Yeah, it was a human error. They put out the wrong one. That one's supposed to be done in a month from now.
Yeah.
That
They were probably
that's
signing
when that
like
slide is supposed to go.
like I don't think the deal's finalized, but I think it was pretty fucking like the deal's close to being done. Whereas like the house market's done, you know.
Yeah.
Blue Point expect in like a month or two. And then Blue Point on their Twitter changing like, yeah, we're still independent. It's like, bro.
They are. I mean, they are independent right now. So
yeah. But in a fucking month or two, they ain't independent.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Give that bitch time, though.
Yeah.
Bro.
Amen.
Or
MGS
Sony.
Whew,
yeah. Yeah. MGS remake probably gonna happen.
Absolutely need that.
But Sony in this bidding war, bro, this shit's really oligarchy time. But if people are like, oh, bro, Sony doesn't need to follow Microsoft. Why would you think the leader would follow the person that's trying to catch up? It's like, bro, they always do that. They always try to stay ahead. If they're a good company, they try to stay ahead. Game Pass, Sony needs an answer to Game Pass. That's just a fact. They need an answer to Game Pass. PS Now ain't gonna. Not currently. It's not gonna. Like all these studio acquisitions, Microsoft, bro, they're like, bro, we need to hurry the fuck up. When was the last time Sony like bought multiple studios within 6 months?
No, I don't think they've ever done that.
Like they are trying to catch up with Microsoft.
Yeah, when they like first entered gaming, but outside of that, like
I will say, I won't consider the Nexus one like that. I will say Blue Point when they announced that, then yeah, I could agree. But from what we've been hearing about Housemarque, there were other people trying to buy Housemarque as well.
Yeah.
They said I think Tencent may have been one, and a couple other people. Like one in the United States could be Microsoft, and
there's a rumor that they're trying to buy Crytek, Tencent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yikes. That's why I say
Platinum won't be too far after that.
Honestly, Platinum will be owned by Tencent. That's my fucking wild prediction.
Absolutely.
Nintendo don't give a fuck about them. This is,
dude,
I mean, it's like Nintendo.
Platinum Games is not reliable. Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah, they're not reliable.
We could say that for a fact. Platinum Games, I would not. Bro, they are stretched too thin. They abandoned so many projects. What was the one that they were like co-developing and then they got kicked off? Shit.
Kicked off.
Was it? It wasn't Blaze Blue. It was
Final or the Relink game.
Yeah. They got kicked off or some shit because they were fucking stretched too thin.
Like, but if they were to be purchased, then they could have more focus on what they need to focus on, and they could like build up the size of the studio.
Dude,
they're trying to release.
They would take on so many projects. Let's keep it a buck. They'll like hire so many people, and then they'll be like, "Yo, you know how we have like how many people are in Platinum Games right now? It's 100."
200 or
200. Okay, let's say 200. Yo, we're working on 10 projects, right? We're gonna get 1,000. We're gonna work on like 100 projects. That's their fucking mindset,
bro. This is why they need to be bought. They need a handler.
No, that's what I'm saying.
They need a handler, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. Their handler, they'll be like, okay, we're gonna up the staff, and then we're gonna like work on 100 projects. And guess what? Then their fucking owner's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Bro, no, the owner handles what's happening. What you mean, bro?
Dude, they'll probably do a hands-off
whatever
approach.
The fuck they want, bro.
They're gonna do a hands-off approach to this owner. Let's keep it.
Not if it's like Nintendo.
Oh, of course not Nintendo. I don't disagree with that. I don't even. Nintendo won't even buy them, bro. Let's keep that. If they ain't buying them now, they're not buying them like later.
I think that is one of the studios that needs a fucking handler. They need to be owned by someone. Sony, Microsoft, they need to be owned. They've made great games, amazing games, but they are fucking stretched too thin, and some of the games that they make are fucking trash. They need quality assurance. They need a good direction.
Some of the amazing. It's like
Validation.
for every amazing game they make, they need 5 bad ones.
Like they made Vanquish.
Really
Yo, BG tweeted something or tweeted about Vanquish. I'm like, yo, I forgot. Platinum made that game. That game is great. There's no game like Vanquish. No, none. That game is amazing, and it doesn't even follow the trope of their typical combat. That's before that. They made that game. The game's great. Bayonetta, great game. 2, not great. It's good. Nier Automata,
solid.
amazing.
Well, Nier Replicant too, right? Did they make that?
No.
Oh, they didn't make that.
No. That was just like Toy Logic or something.
Oh, okay.
That did that game.
Interesting.
And then what else? Like they have great games. Then they have like Ninja Turtles, and they have Legends of Korra, and fucking Transformers Devastation.
Yep.
Like they need focus.
Yeah, because I remember people were saying that, that's because they were licensed games, but now we see with like Babylon Fall and these other stuff.
Babylon Fall
it's
look
not.
Yeah, Babylon Fall looking cursed.
It's not because of the license. It's because Platinum.
It's just a D tier team working on it. That's it.
That's still crazy how much that game changed. Like that's still insane to me.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue. That shit's random.
Awful.
Yeah, but
I guess
it is what it is.
We'll go to the last topic, and guess what? Who's making a Silent Hill game? Blooper Game Studios is making a they're working with Konami, right?
Blooper team.
Yeah, Blooper. I don't say Bloober.
Bloober?
No, Blooper. They're definitely Blooper.
Yeah,
because of the games that they make.
Studio. They're a bad studio.
And,
there's a video. Sorry, there's a video where they rehash. They talks about how they rehashed all of the games they make.
Oof.
What?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Yo, link that video. I need to watch that.
Yeah, I'll show you right now. I have it on my watch.
That's a big
watch it.
That is so crazy. But yeah, that studio, I played 2 of their games. One is like a 4 out of 10 or 4 out of 10 Blair Witch. That game is fucking awful. Anyone that says that game is good by any means, I can't take your opinion seriously. The game's terrible. I played it on Game Pass. I regret playing it. And then the other one was The Medium, which is okay, but still not good. It's a 6.5 at best.
So you think
the game
Konami made the right decision?
Fuck no. Where is Red Barrel? Where is the team that made Outlast? They went off the fucking map after they announced like that like I don't know, like VR game or mobile game or whatever the fuck they made or announced. We haven't seen them since. Their last game is Outlast 2. That game came out like 2017.
Yeah,
they should have gave it to them. They know how to do horror. Mm-hmm. Not that bullshit that was in The Medium with fucking this fellow with the terrible voice actor. Ooh, I'm gonna find you. What the fuck is that, bro? Like, oh my god. The game wasn't even scary. It had one jump scare in the entire game, but the game itself wasn't scary. But yeah, like, Konami, what are you doing, you fucking idiots? I don't know. It's terrible decisions.
Hey man, sometimes we make them. Even the worst. And then supposedly the second Silent Hill game being made is made by a prominent Japanese development team. What does that mean? I got no idea, but I got hope. It's Kojima.
Kojima, dog.
Blue Box Game Studios equals Kojima. I still got hope.
100% Kojima.
That's all I gotta say on that matter. Like, we got that app coming out in August. I think preloading starts like in fucking January. The ending of July this month. Yeah. Supposedly the Explore tab was promoting Abandon. So we'll fucking see, bro. So it's weird. Like I said, this whole fucking Abandon situation weird as fuck. And
somebody said that you can't make I remember somebody said to like dispute the rumor is that you can't make a sock account in whatever country that sock or blue whatever that studio is
Box?
called in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Blue Box. They said you can't make a sock company in that country.
Mm-hmm.
But what if they are not a sock company? It's just Kojima's using them to market, but they're actually gonna make the abandoned game.
Exactly.
Like they could not be a sock company, but they're still being used as a marketing ploy.
Like I said, it's just too many red flags. You're getting outsourcing, and like let's put this into perspective. An indie game getting outsourced by Noir Studio that has done worked on AAA games, and Sony is just funding these random indie developers. That makes no sense.
And they're getting a PS5 app.
Yes, make it make
for a
sense
game.
to me. It doesn't make sense.
It
People
makes
say
no
like
sense.
people say, "Hey, don't get your." It's like, bro. My thing is, if it's nothing, then PlayStation and Konami would have said nothing. They would say in their statement, "We have nothing to do with this game," but they don't.
Oh yeah, and what else makes it even more weird is that guy. His name is Hassan.
Yeah.
That guy was shown to be playing GTA 6 on his PlayStation 5. It showed GTA 6. I saw a screenshot of it. Like it showed that he was playing GTA 6.
Was that real though?
That was real.
You think so?
That was real.
They did
it live. Like
okay.
Because
my thing is, it's like I'm also friends with him, so I could check that out. But he private he. Okay, so I just noticed
he
like a couple
privated it after.
Yeah. So I noticed this before. Like I went to his profile like a week or two ago because we're friends, but I can't see the games he plays anymore.
Yeah, he privated it after the GTA 6 shit, bro. Like, what type of shit is that? GTA 6? We know we're not getting that for another 5 years, bro. So what is this? It makes no sense.
Man's a mystery.
A lot of this stuff is weird. So, like I said, it's gonna be interesting, how that comes out, and I literally hope that this Silent Hill game being made by Kojima and all this stuff comes out, then that would mean Jeff Grubb is wrong, and or maybe he's not. Who knows? Maybe this is a game after, he makes like Abandoned or whatever. Because my thing is, it's also Kojima's following Konami, and Konami's following Kojima. Mm-hmm. Before that, they weren't following each other. After their breakup.
Are they still? Because I tried looking at that and I couldn't find that.
I can, yeah. I was on
Twitter.
Twitter.
They follow each other now.
Mm-hmm. Because I was like, is that true? And then I went to like the Japanese Hideo Kojima or whatever. Or when you can go to Konami. And they're following each other. Like, that's crazy to me. I was like, yep, it's like following. And then you go to Kojima's like Japanese account. It says, yep, Konami's following him, and vice versa. And people say, well, Kojima would what was it? They said something along the lines of Kojima would never work with Konami. Well, PlayStation was the middleman. And the thing is, the people that kicked out Kojima aren't in charge anymore in Konami.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So why would they, it just makes no sense to me.
This shit is mad fucking conspiracy theory. Or it's just too spooky. So something has to be happening with that fucking guy. So that is not a regular dev. I don't care. It's not regular.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But, yeah.
I think that is everything that we can really discuss.
Yeah, I think so.
Anybody else got any last
I was just gonna say about World Ends With You. So
All right.
the biggest question. So the demo's really good. The biggest question on I think a lot of people's minds was how they could do the combat because the first game was very like some were you had to touch the screen, some you had to swipe and yada yada. So they kind of like never really talk. I think they tried explaining it, but they made it really difficult. All it is instead of you doing using the touchscreen on the DS for each pin, you just use each button on the controller. So it's like triangle, square, X for each button, and then each pin controls each character, and you can just do combos and stuff with each of the pins. So it's very fun. The combat's very fun. It's very flashy. It really fits what the game is about. And I only did the first chapter because I didn't want to spoil myself too much. But there's 2 chapters in the demo, and so far it's really good. I'm really excited for it. And the save also carries over. So if you finish the demo, the save will carry over to the final game. It's definitely a day one for me, so I'm really excited for it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Feel that. And one like little side like tidbit of news. Witcher season 2 of Netflix December 17th. So you guys could look forward to that. Can't wait. I'm super hyped for it. Big Witcher.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna see that shit.
So can't wait. And I think like the animated show, I believe, for Vesemir comes out in August. So a younger Vesemir. So yeah, I'll be
on Netflix.
To. Yeah.
Okay, I'm definitely checking that out.
Yeah, it's called The Nightmare of the Wolf. Yeah, premieres August 23rd. Yep, and then they kind of confirmed also in the Witcher Con free upgrade for The Witcher 3 if you guys own it. On
what? Free upgrade?
PC. Yes.
That's crazy.
Imagine that.
Enhancements.
Wow.
And that they're changing the cover
existed.
art. Oh. I think that's it, really. So glad you guys came up. And what books are in season 2? I think it's like Blood of Elves, a little bit more Blood of Elves, and maybe Time of Contempt. Could be wrong about that. Because I have the books here. I still need to like finish some of them. I think yeah, I still gotta finish a couple. But glad you guys enjoyed. We're gonna do our sign offs, and if you guys haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, share. And if you guys are watching this as a VOD, thank you guys, greatly appreciate it. And yeah, make sure to follow me on Twitter, redhood240, Twitch, redhood420. We do this podcast every other week. Last time didn't feel that well, so but now I'm getting better. So we're doing this every other week because of gaming news wise, not that much. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Bless, where can they find you at?
Check me out on twitch.tv/blessedred. Last game I streamed was Boomerang X. Game was really fun. Check it out. Next, actually no. Last game I streamed was actually Battlefield. So yeah, if you want to watch me and some of my friends carrying Battlefield, check me out. I'm definitely gonna be playing some more Battlefield. Also Twitch or not Twitch, Twitter at @_blastred. I need to change that shit. I need to get my regular domain. Oh, one thing we didn't talk about is that Xbox fucking all what's the name of that group? All for One or whatever the name of that group is. That fucking video was fucking hilarious. That meme with the with the R&B song from like the 90s. That was perfect. Honestly, Xbox is what do you call it?
Marketing.
Their media like meme team, they're too fucking good. They've gotten so much better than last generation. This is ridiculous. But yeah. Have a good night though.
Their Twitter needs some work though, because they be tweeting stuff like playing games on easy is okay.
Oh shit.
It is okay, sir.
And I see people saying if you use cheats, that means you beat the game. Like no.
Nah, cheats. That's not okay. That's bullshit. But
No, yeah, that's what the Psychonauts 2 dev said. He's like, oh, if you use our invincibility cheat, that means you still beat the game. So
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they must be talking about for the incredibly special. So
yeah,
some people don't have the same. Some people don't have the same appendages as you do. All right.
Incredibly stupid gamers.
What did I just say, sir?
No, not you. Not you.
No, I'm talking about people that don't have the same appendages as you do. Not everyone has 10 fingers, man.
Amen. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about like just people that are bad at games.
Talking about the journalists.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, the journalists.
And the pick me Twitch streamers.
Oh yeah. Well, those people are silly. But outside of them, it's fine to beat games on easy. Just can't talk about you can't talk about the difficulty of enemies or how difficult the game is at all. Yep. That goes out the fucking window.
Or repetitive gameplay.
Yeah, but you can like the game though.
Yep. It's still not okay.
No.
God damn it.
Like I said though, Xbox, hopefully. Listen, I'm just saying, for the whole like playing on easy and stuff like that. Listen, just certain certain journalists can't really review games. Let's say they should not have that opportunity. I'm just saying. But hopefully, you guys enjoyed. This is the Overleveled podcast.
Wait, I didn't do my outro.
Oh shoot! I thought you did.
Oh,
My bad. Go.
I just want to say, if you want a podcast that's drama free, where all the members like each other, where there's no beefs or anything like that, come over here. You'll have a lot of fun here.
Oh no!
Unless you're a fake insider.
Bless.
No fake insider.
You do a lot of work on this podcast, Bless. I just want to tell you that right now. I appreciate you, and I appreciate Red Hood too. We all do our work around here.
Why? Thank you, sir. I appreciate you guys as well.
I appreciate everybody here, but not fake insiders.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh yeah.
But besides that, Twitter's Alicia__1. I also want to say the Final Fantasy 14 community are very nice people, because I was just playing and there was a quest that I couldn't beat the enemy, but then I saw somebody else facing that same enemy, so I helped him out. And then when I mind spawned it, he helped me out. So they're very nice on there. So he could have just said, "All right, I'm dipping," but he actually stated by help me take the enemy out. So shout out to Final Fantasy 14 community.
Yeah, I heard that community is like the best community.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah. Oh, well. Make sure to follow everyone here. This is the Overload Podcast. Signing off. Peace.
Peace. Bye-bye.
Peace.